Here we go. We're live. Here we are, Ross. Back once again. Oh, they can't hear you. Yeah, the audio doesn't stretch that far. Share to share anywhere, really. We're excited. I'm sure, a lot of people are excited for this weekend. We got some really good content coming for you. Let me tell you, it's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. Sorry about that. I get some direction. Here we go. Perfect. Let me tell you, Ross. Remember back the first time we played tackle football in this area as adults after high school? The Alumni Bowl 5 years ago, 2016. How that was the journey, the beginning of the journey that leads to where we're heading to this weekend. And when I say we, I mean me, because you got other things to do.
True.
So let's talk about it. This weekend coming up, the Sunshine Bowl. It's been a long journey through the semi-pro world we've been through. Started out with Alumni for us. Then we went to cover the Railroaders when they played the Moco Rams. Then we covered the Railroaders for a bit. Then we did some ECFA stuff over the fall. And now here we are calling the Super Bowl, so to speak, of semi-pro. This is going to be awesome. Miami, Florida. Ooh. Miami. We're going to Miami. I'm excited. This is going to be awesome. Let's take a look at some of these gains first before we get our guests on. In fact, if anybody wants to chime in tonight, here's the Zoom link.
What's Marley Mayo?
Hey, Marley Mayo. He's played semi-pro for a while. Wonder what his thoughts are this weekend. I'm looking forward to it, dude. This is going to be incredible. Oh, man.
That was exciting.
Bro, I'm looking forward to it. Let's take a look at some of these matchups ahead. Trying to share screen real quick. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to get some things down on Zoom. Where is that at? There we go. Okay. Perfect. There it is. Sorry. All right. Starting off Saturday, 1 o'clock, we got the Fayetteville Commandos. And you know what? Actually, let's get him on right now. Let's get Coach Crow on. Let's have him talk it down with us real quick. Let's see if we can get him. See if we get him on in a second. Just hit accept to see. I hear him. We got him?
There he is.
There we go. I hear him, at least.
Hey.
Coach Crow, how you doing, man?
How are you, Joey? What's good? What's good? What's good? You, brother?
Man, everything's good right now. A lot of things going on here, the TBT Tour in 2021. We got a lot of stops to make along the way. And the biggest one coming up is this weekend, Miami, Florida. I can't wait, man. This is going to be an awesome event. We got six semi-pro games for you all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Let's take a look at the matchups, Crow, and see what's going on. Beginning at 1 o'clock, we have the Hall of Fame Bowl Championship. Fayetteville Commandos out of the CFA versus the WPA Wildcats out of the PAFL. Any information you can give on these two teams, Crow?
Well, it's a really great matchup. It's one of those matchups that you wouldn't normally get just because of where these teams play. You know, WPA coming out of Pittsburgh and Fayetteville's coming out of course, Fayetteville, North Carolina. So you wouldn't normally see these two teams share the same field. The Fayetteville Commandos were the runner-ups of the CFA. They had a very, very good season. And, this is their first time coming to Miami. And so they're looking to let people know that, they're just a few plays away, not, it was an admiration. And then you got the WPA Wildcats, who were 2019, I believe, PAFL champions. And because of COVID this year, their league was shut down. So they had to go more of the independent route. We all know independent and semi-pro football is not going to get you a lot of games. So, but they did enough to get this Hall of Fame game. And I think both teams are coming in really ready to prove a point. Fayetteville, they want to prove that they belong amongst the elite. And WPA Wildcats are going to try to prove what they always been able to prove is that, they're one of the best in the country.
It'll be a really good matchup. We'll have that for you 1 o'clock on the Team Blunt Talk YouTube channel. For those already subscribed to it, you'll see it on there. It should notify you immediately. You can watch it on your phone, your TV, your computer, anywhere you want. Going to be an awesome matchup. And then we have the second game of the day, the 3A Summer Fall National Championship. Carolina Predators out of the CFA versus the RVA Tomahawks out of the ECFA. Your thoughts on this matchup, Crow?
This has the potential to be one of the best games of the event. You got both teams that tout a very, very good defenses, and then you got two very good quarterbacks on both teams, and then that running game of the Tomahawks is not to be trifled with. So I think you're going to get some fireworks in this game. I think it's going to be a slow burn to start, and then I think this game can easily get into the 30 to 28, 34, 32 range by the time it's all said and done. And I think it's going to come down to who has the ball last. Like I said, those Predators, they've been good for a long time. Even going back to, I hope they don't kill me for this, going back to when they were mostly Colts, Charlie Colts, and, they, moved their team into the Predators. And then, the Tomahawks, the last 2 years, they've come on. They've gone from winning a small league and they've in the fall to, being one of the best teams in the country, coming up short to one of the best teams in the country in the league play. So this game can quickly turn into something that's magical and one to remember. I'm really excited about this contest.
Should be a really good matchup. We'll have that for you 4 p.m. Once again, Team Blunt Talk YouTube channel. Should be a good one. That'll be followed up at 7 o'clock and under the lights in prime time. We got the 3A AFNT Summer Fall National Championship. That is DMV Legends out of the ECFA, a team you are very familiar with, Coach Crow, and the Harlem Gators of the EFA. I think I heard about the Harlem Gators a little bit from my colleague Jerome Russo. Mm-hmm. He mentioned them to me in a phone call a while back. He had a lot of good things to say about them. Should be a really good matchup. 7 p.m. Saturday night under the lights. Your impressions going to this one, Crow? And how much involvement do you have in this game?
Well, let me put it like this. I coach the defense for the DMV Legends. So I'm definitely looking forward to this game. But one thing about the Harlem Gators, just to talk about them just a little bit, is that they can score. They can flat out put points on the board. And you have to respect what they do offensively. Very good quarterback, very good skill positions, and tough in the trenches. So they are no strangers to Sunshine Bowl. They've come down many of years, and they flat out put on shows. I remember one year where they were down 14 and end up winning by 21. These guys can put up points in bunches, and they can come quick. So you can never take your eye off the ball when it comes to the Harlem Gators. One of the best teams coming out of New York, and they got like 3 or 4 really good teams in that New York City area. Harlem Gators is definitely one of them. Then you got the Brooklyn Seminoles, and then you got the New York Rebels and the Predators. And God forgive me if I forgot any other team out of that area, but they're definitely one of the best teams coming out of New York State, and you can't sleep on them for a second. And then the DMV Legends, what can I say? Out of all the teams in the event, they've played the most games. Probably played probably more games than any team in the country. Right now, they're touting a 13-0 record. Very, very, very stingy defense. At one point, they went 8 straight games without allowing a touchdown. And then they're only allowing 3 points per game. So something has to give this this week coming up. Is it going to be the defense of the Legends, or is it going to be the Harlem Gators offense pulling through? And like I said, maybe on the other side with the Gators, they have a very tough defense as well. And then the DMV Legends running game and quarterback play is always stellar. So this has potential to be a classic, and I think everybody should tune into this game. It's pride time. You ain't got nothing to do. Tune on in.
And we will be tuned in 7 o'clock once again. Team Blunt Talk YouTube channel will be live. And then Sunday, we're starting a little early, 12 o'clock noon kickoff, 2A National Championship. The Cincinnati Royals out of the BCFL versus the Philly Venom out of the XEFL. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts on this one, Crow?
This is another one of those matchups that you wouldn't normally see, being that the Venom are from Philly, and then you got the team up from Cincinnati. So this is one of those matchups that no matter how you slice the leagues up and put them together, you really won't get this matchup any other way besides Sunshine Bowl. And both teams are first-time teams to the Sunshine Bowl. Both teams are coming off league championships, and both teams are looking to prove that they belong in the status that we currently have them. I like the Philly Venom's defense. I've seen a few highlights of them, a few plays and a little bit of a game, and they seem like they're very stingy up front. And then I also like the Cincinnati's Royals trench work. They have some pretty good linemen there. They're pretty good center, left tackle combination, and those guys are able to protect that quarterback and move the ball a little bit. So I think this game is going to be, the winner of this game is going to probably be coming to these nationals for years to come, and the loser may have to reset and figure out where they want to be. I feel like this game is going to be very telling for both organizations, so I'm looking forward to it.
And we are too. We'll have it high noon, 12 o'clock on Team Blunt Talk YouTube. And then 3 o'clock, it is the Sunshine Bowl National Championship. We have the Sumter Sharks out of the IAFL versus the Connecticut Fire out of the ECFL. Your impressions on this game?
Well, the Sumter Sharks are not ranked because they're a spring team. So we didn't do spring rankings this year for obvious reasons. But the IAFL was one of the few spring leagues that were able to really be able to finish a season. So they are a spring champion. They are a tough team. They come from a tough league. And if you sleep on them, they will bite you. They are a very, very balanced team from what I've seen on film. They can play great defense, and they can score when they need to. And the coach, Jerome Kennedy, he's been chomping at the bit for this. He wants this game. I haven't seen a more determined coach come through Sunshine Bowl in a long time. And I feel like win or lose this one for the Sharks, they're going to be doing this for a while. I think he's like we were a few years back, where he's not going to stop until he becomes number one in the country. That's what I feel about the Sumter Sharks team. The Connecticut Fire, I love the Connecticut brand of football. It's always been a hard-nosed football, always, dirty football. Not dirty as in their play, as far as they get down in the mud and they go and get it. It's another very well-balanced team, another champion out of the ECFL. And they're not afraid to hit you. And I think this is one of those games where this is our black and blue game. of the tournament. Whereas someone's going to come out with a few bruises and nicks, and hopefully no injuries. But there's going to be some wicked hits, and this is definitely going to be one to tune into if you want to see some Pittsburgh Steelers versus Raiders type football, where it's gonna, or Pittsburgh Steelers versus Ravens type football, where there's gonna
be back in the day, even Steelers and Raiders back in the 70s had some.
Yes, it was. Yep. So if you want to see that type of football, I think this is that game. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. We'll have that for you 3 p.m. Once again, TBT YouTube channel. And then 6 o'clock, the last game of the weekend, the 2A AFNT Summer Fall National Championship. Carolina Thundering Herd out of the CCFL versus the Tri-County Crusaders out of the GMFC. What do you think of this final matchup?
The other primetime game for the event, Carolina Thunder and Herd are no strangers to this event, and they were able to come in last year and straight up just dominate. They beat up on a team from that area, from Michigan last year. I think it was. And so they are no strangers, and they know how to win this game. They also are a very, very balanced team. They're going to play strong defense. They're going to play time of possession football, and they're just going to beat on you until you submit. That's the style of football, from what I've seen on film. Their coaching staff was kind of upset because they wanted to be in the 3A game, and I think they're going to come out with a point to prove, and they want to prove that when and if they're able to come up here next year and do Sunshine Bowl next year, that they need to be in that 3A game. And I think that's the point that they're going to play this game with. The Tri-County Crusaders, they're from that Michigan Midwest area. They saw what happened last year with their counterparts, and they're coming into this game understanding that everybody's good. These guys, from what I've seen on film, from what I got a chance to watch, can flat out just sling the ball around. Pretty good quarterback, hard nose, but they can make plays against your secondary, and they have a pretty good secondary of their own. So I think they hang their hat on that. And this is one of those games where if the Tri-County Crusaders can keep it close throughout and win it in the fourth quarter, that's how they get this win. The Carolina Thunder and Herd, they're going to look to do what they always do and get it done quickly, get it done fast, and they want to be partying in the second half. So it really depends, I think, this game on how the Crusaders handle that early rush and can they keep it close in the end. I think this is a great nightcap. It's a great way to end the tournament because this is one of those games that I think it's going to probably end up going down to the wire. It's going to be that last play of the game type of game. Who can get the ball last and who can make that last play? Who can make that game-defining hit, game-defining interception, game-defining hit, fumble, whatever. I think this is an exciting game. And again, one of those games where else would they play? How else could you get this game? So this is a fun lineup that we got this year.
And we're looking forward to it. We'll have coverage all day Saturday, 1 till about 10 o'clock, 12 till about 9 Sunday, 18 hours of semi-pro football coming your way this weekend from the Sunshine Bowl in Miami, Florida. We are looking forward to it. Anything else going on with this event this weekend, Crow, that the audience should know about?
Anything else? Of course, we had to change locations this year. Fortunately or unfortunately, depends on how you couch it. But we had to change locations this year because of COVID. A lot of things going on in Florida where they're trying to get the vaccine dished out and stuff like that. So we had to change the venue. But at the end of the day, the show must go on with the change of venue. So we're gonna be at Curtis Park in Miami, Florida. So that's a nice stadium booth, the whole setup for us. Welcome us with open arms, helping us out through the process. So I want to really thank the city of Miami for allowing us to throw on 18 hours of football in your city. come on out and enjoy the games with us. I also would like to thank the Wiggins family. Jesse and Mercedes Wiggins. They started this 20 years ago. This is the 20th anniversary of Sunshine Bowl. They started this 20 years ago. Unfortunately, they could not be at the event this year, but their son Troy Wiggins, he's our executive director. He's behind the scenes. He doesn't like to do this part. He's behind the scenes, but he's been busting his tail for the event to make sure it happens. So big shout out to all the people behind the scenes who do so much for the tournament and make sure that we have some things that have this thing go off without a hitch. And like I said, it's 20 years. So, the original. So it feels good to be a part and let me be a part of the 20 years. And then also big shout out to Coach Sean Wood. Hopefully you can get him on later in the week to talk about the games a little bit, but he is invaluable to what we do. So, yeah, man. So that's it for pretty much for this particular tournament. It's just it's an exciting time. One more thing we want to share with the audience is that we did put a post out a few weeks ago. We will be doing a spring national championship, which hopefully we'll get our guy Joey Blaze to to do the streaming and do the show for us in July. So we put that out. But yeah, that is definitely going down. We do a spring national. Huh?
What are we looking at for spring nationals?
Well, if everything goes right and COVID is lifted and these vaccines go the way we hope they go, they're supposed to go, we'll be doing the spring national championship in Washington, D.C.
Hey.
So,
I'm okay with that.
You okay with that? I figured you would be.
I'm okay with that. I like that.
Good with that.
Do you happen to have the dates?
Yes, the weekend of July 10th.
July 10th and 11th.
Yes.
Man, that's about the fourth different gig that's contacted me about something for that weekend. That's a big weekend going on.
Well, it's a good weekend. It's right.
I'm glad everybody's getting bump again in all levels of football. It's about time we get out and play.
Yeah. And we really wanted to do the spring national title game because if you look at the tournament now, this is in a COVID year, right? So we're not doing as many games, not many leagues playing. Out of the 12 teams we got coming down this year, 11 of them are summer teams, summer fall teams. It's only one spring team, right? And that we didn't even have a spring league. So what that's telling us is if we can do 11 teams from summer, fall, and not all leagues play, that means next year when everybody's playing again, we can still fill the event up, and we don't have to sacrifice between what teams we bring from the summer, fall, and what teams we bring from winter, spring. What we can do if we do a spring national title game in July, we don't have to let those spring teams don't have to wait 6-7 months before they prove who's the national titleist in the spring from the spring football. Now we can just do it in July. That's a month, maybe a few weeks after your season, kind of like what we have in the fall. So we wanted to kind of do that because it makes it more realistic. You're going to get better football if you're not waiting 6 months to play. You're going to get good rosters from spring teams because if I tell a team from the spring to come play in January or February, they're already recruiting for their next year. How can we say you can't update your roster? Your team turns over after every season. So this makes it so that we can keep the roster integrity together. It makes it so they don't have to wait 6 months. And it makes for very exciting football in July. And most of the time in July, there's not a lot of football going on. Maybe the summer league is about to start or something like that. So that weekend is just perfect because most leagues don't start that weekend. They usually start the 24th of July or the 31st for some last 2 weeks. So it just gives that good gap. And like I said, everybody's excited about it. We're excited about it. And, we can't wait to get everybody up to DC. And it's so much to do in DC. And, and it's a big, people don't realize about DC, but we got everything. Joe, we got theme parks, we got beaches, we got monuments, we got hotels, we got casinos.
Yeah. A lot of things to do, especially during that time of the year.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
And the biggest point of it all is that our founders, Mercedes and Jesse Wiggins, they're originally from DC. So they really wanted to do something back in their area, back at home. So that's the biggest point, but all those other things make it better, make it so much better.
I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. 2021 looking really good right now. And we're really excited, especially for this weekend. We got 6 extremely good games coming your way. This is it. The national championship of semi-pro football. I'm excited. This is going to be great.
Definitely. And what we can do, if you want, because after the games, the rankings, and we, for the Sunshine Bowl, we usually do a ranking show and everything. Maybe, we once the board gets the rankings together after these sets of games, maybe, we can reveal the top 25 or top 35 right here on your show.
Let's do it. We'll be live for that sometime next week, I believe. I would imagine they would have.
Maybe the
week after.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. Hold on. So we're gonna do the voting. We're gonna get the commissioners together. So we're gonna do. So a lot of rankings do what they do is they do almost mail-in voting, and I know that's a touchy subject. But when they do voting, so what we're gonna do. We're gonna do
selection process.
Yeah, we don't want any voter fraud here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do live voting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get we invited some of the commissioners throughout semi-pro. We're gonna first thing that the board is gonna put together a spreadsheet of what they feel is the top 35, and then we're gonna promulgate that spreadsheet to the different league commissioners, let them take a look at it, let them take a day, to kind of massage it. And then we're going to come together and we're going to talk about that list, vote on that list, and then come up with that consolidated top 35. So this way, we're going to have representatives from New York. So we already asked Dex. We already asked Dale from the CFA. We got my guy Rudy from the Midwest. A few other people. We asked Bernard Hunt. We're going to get as many people who wants to be a part of it onto the Zoom. They're going to get their vote. They're going to get their say. So every area is represented. That's part of the tournament and it's part of the nation. And then guess what? Of course, everybody's not going to agree. But when we come out with that final list, everybody's going to have their representation and it's not done in the dark, So that's the biggest thing. I think that's going to be awesome. And I think it's going to be kind of clear cut, I think, once, games are played. But it's going to be great to have all those great minds, football minds, on one Zoom call talking about football and talking about how we do it better and how we rank these teams, And I think, that's one thing that, we've tried to do in the past, but with Zoom, with this great invention right here, it makes it so much easier, so much better, because we could all be looking at the same thing and seeing each other's faces.
And it's great to bring us all closer together, especially as we kick off the 2021 semi-pro season.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're looking forward to 2021. Like I said, we're going to have rankings for the spring. We're going to do that. And actually, those first rankings should be out towards the end of February, just that because the Florida League is playing, the FFA and a few other, I think the USFL and a couple of those Florida leagues are playing. So we're going to get those first rankings out at the end of the month. And then we're going to just roll all the other spring leagues into it. I mean, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good 2021. I really do, like you said. And then, like I said, the games are going to be awesome. Games are going to be awesome. I think there's a lot of pent-up frustration. A lot of teams did not play last year, so we get to see some of our fan favorites come back. And it's going to be great to see what improvements they made. And then it's going to be great to see some of these teams who maybe didn't have a chance at recruiting certain guys, be able to get those guys and make a run that they never made before. So, see who actually took advantage of the time off or the lesser football being played.
We'll see everybody comes out. It's going to be interesting. Saturday, February 13th, Sunday, February 14th, Sunshine Bowl, Miami, Florida. We can't wait. It's going to be great.
Miami. Yeah, it's a great time. It's going to be a great time. And I'm looking forward to having you out there. Your first time in Miami.
Very first time in Miami. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to just go out there, cover some games. I might get a ride and take a walk down the strip just to see what's around and, just enjoy the scenery, take it all in because never been down there before. Love to go check it out. The only thing I knew about Miami was what I saw playing Vice City as a kid, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think you'll have a good time. You think you had a good time. You'll have the booth. It'll be your booth. You had a broadcast, and and just want you to have some fun up there.
Well, we're gonna have plenty of fun this weekend at the Sunshine Bowl, Miami, Florida, February 13th, 14th, Saturday, 1 o'clock to 10 o'clock, Sunday, 12 to 9. It's gonna be a great time, and we will be live.
Yes, sir.
All right, Crow. Thank you for joining us tonight. Any other words?
Hey, just tune in, everybody. Tune in. Cheer on your team. And let us know what you think. We're not sensitive. Like I said, we're going to try to do things better and better every year. But be respectful. A lot of good people put in a lot of time, a lot of money to make this thing happen, especially the teams and the players. Big shout out to all the players, and taking off of work and things like that. So just be respectful. But like I said, still let us know how you feel, what we can do better, what you want to see more of. And but like I said, just enjoy the game. You get 18 hours of football. We're not even charging. We're not even charging for the stream. We just want you to tune in. These guys deserve your admiration. They deserve your full attention, and they deserve your cheers. Because these guys are putting it all on the line to bring this level of football to you guys, and they put it all on the line to prove to themselves and their families and their areas that they are the best. And no matter what the scores end up being, it takes a lot. They've already won because they're showing up.
Yes, absolute facts. We cannot wait. Like I said, for a lot of people around here, I'm hearing snow's happening. If you're snowed in, can't go out for Valentine's Day, no better way to spend this weekend than watching the Sunshine Bowl both days.
Yes.
Grab your girl, grab some food, football, and chill both days. Have some fun. It's going to be great.
And because you're doing it on YouTube, they can throw it up on the TV.
Exactly.
Throw it up on the TV. Why not? Throw it up on the TV. So, yeah. And it's supposed to snow this weekend?
Supposed to snow again this weekend.
I'm glad I won't be here for that.
Same here. Some of us are not so lucky over there.
Oh, your partner in crime is not coming to this one?
Nah, he's booked all weekend. His wife's birthday, yeah.
He's definitely booked all weekend. Yep.
Wife's birthday and Valentine's Day, all in the same weekend.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they'll be both watching on the couch, enjoying a great time, and because I know y'all love football.
I can throw it up on my TV, really.
Exactly. There we go.
Hanging out.
There it is.
All right. So, are you going to do any more shows throughout the week that a couple of the coaches on?
I put it out there, and nobody has contacted me yet about even being on.
All right. I think they see me go first. Maybe after this, they'll hit you up and want to get on and and say they piece.
Oh, I'd love to do it. Like I said, if anybody is interested in getting on now or anytime throughout the week, let us know. We'll chime in. We'll talk about it. We'll have live coverage. Sunshine Bowl this Saturday and Sunday, February 13th. Team Blunt Talk YouTube. It's going to be lit. It's going to be legit. And this is it.
You just rhyme right there. Those we say bars up right there. Bars.
What can I say?
All right, my man. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you having me on. And yeah, we'll get some more guests for you. I promise you. Just let me know the times and we'll get a few guys on for you. Not a problem.
All right, man. Let us know. Like I said, anybody who wants to chime in, we'll be back again Thursday night. We got a show, but we'll have time beforehand. So hit us up. We'll be ready.
Roger that. All right. Good night, Joey. I'll see you
Good
this
night,
weekend.
Crow. We'll see you this weekend. Coach Crow joining us. Thank you, Coach Crow, for coming out. Appreciate it. Tell you, Ross, this is gonna be a really good time this weekend. Roy, yeah, man. Roy, looking forward to this Sunshine Bowl. I tell you, I would like to make predictions on it, but I'm not very familiar with a lot of these teams. So for me, it's going to be a learning experience. But I'll tell you, when you reflect back on how semi-pro got into our lives in the first place, we go back to that Alumni Bowl with Smithsburg, the holy trilogy of Boonesboro and Smithsburg, and how that led to the Railroaders and how that led to the games in the ECFA. And here we are now at the Sunshine Bowl. What a ride it's been. 5 years. Shout out semi-pro flag football. Shout out all the guys who play in it. You guys are great out there in the field. You put in the work. I like it. I love it. We're looking forward to it. Anyways, anyhow, anywho, I'm Joey Blaze. We'll see you this weekend at the Sunshine Bowl.